Yep, we're going on an adventure to see how the Toons are holding up. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more awesome content. You know, classically enough, Toon Cannon Soldiers probably being your most expensive Toon card is not all that surprising, honestly. This is 300 Quatlus now, which is a great amount of Quatlus to say the least, but man, that's crazy. Have any of these actually moved? 217 was the last one, sold for $163, so I'm not too particularly crazy about that. But then there's also the topic of conversation here about the Magic Ruler guy. We're going near mint first ed, and this card is still unobtainium. $295, $343, $350. Still a gorgeous card, to say the least, but I'm not going to be spending, you know, that much money just to get first edition copies of Toon Blue Eyes. Now, Toon Table of Contents, on the other hand, if you want Tournament Pack 6 versions of these officially have kind of broke the market. $105. We have some English TP6 down here for $112 on up to $116, but I'm not really going to spend that much money on this. Your last copy of this sold for $224. So you have a lot of good high-end Toon cards. Toon Kingdom, German, looks fantastic. 60 bucks. 69.69. Okay, I mean, that's fine. Toon Kingdom, your Secret Pharaoh's rares, looks like these are pretty much disappearing off the market. I will say, though, that maybe there will be an interaction where you do want to play Toon Kingdom in the deck with the new Toon stuff, just to have the additional Toon name to be displaced onto the field, because that tends to be a lot of how we look at these sorts of little support cards, right? You do need cards to additionally keep the name up, and I mean, unfortunately, Original Toon World just doesn't cut it anymore. So having, you know, a couple of additional names for the Toon deck, I could work with that. Definitely doesn't seem too terrible. We do have, oh my gosh, the Toon Dark Magician Girl. The sneak preview version is now $40. The Speed Duel Toon Dark Magician, $75, $110. I'm actually, it's crazy to think about. This card has actually reached this insane of a level. You've not had any of these, a lot of this Toon stuff in the super high rarities, I don't think are going to be catching people's eyes yet. You know, now the Ultimate Toon Kingdoms, I mean, these are $24. This one does make a little bit more sense to see, you know, moving through the secondary chain. You've also got the reprints on the Spell Ruler versions of this, and as I can see here, the 25th anniversary one is just completely gone. Toon Black Luster Soldier, the collector's rares, well, I mean, we're coming in 30s right now for these, and they are kind of moving up. If I do remember correctly, Toon Black Luster Soldier, yes. This card does, in fact, have the quarter century version, which is $26 to $28, which is a little bit more acceptable, but there's also the fact that this does have the platinum. The platinum's also about $8 right now, so we're not really doing too much on that front the way it looks, but that's still a lot. Your Toon Harpy Lady collector's rares are 26s. The Toon Dark Magician Girls, these are 21s. I see we have more Spell Ruler oddities moving along, which is just going to be kind of a normal thing. Toon Bookmarks, these are going to disappear because these are $18 to $23. Toon Page Flips have already flipped the page, $33 on up to $45. But that's just crazy. Good news is, I mean, like, yeah, you've only had one of these move. Those just have not repopulated, to say the least. Mimikatz, $16. Yikes. That one's actually, I guess I shouldn't be surprised to see that. Especially Toon Dark Magician from the tins are now $8 to $10. That one's crazy. The Black Luster Soldier Ultras are 9s. What? Legendary Toon Kingdoms are now 8s. That's also stupid value, man. Well, Toon Bookmark original copies are now 5s. I'm not surprised about that. Red Eyes are now 6s. Toon Cable Contents are $17 now for gold rares. That's so nuts. DB2 Commons are also $3 now. Toon Bookmarks, $3 to $4. Actually, yeah, that's about right. That's crazy. Like, so much money. is being thrown around with some of these cards. At least the QCR Toon Kingdoms are still in population for like $4. Page flips are also still about $5. So at least you can do a decent thing and build Toons for, I think, a decent amount now. Well, there you go. That's the state of Toons. What a dumpster. Next up here, we're going to Evilswarm Ophion. So, if you've not read the new Dark Rebellion, the new Dark Rebellion is able to do some stupid things. It's able to cheat into any rank 4 Dark monster. And I'm sure you've all seen some videos today going, oh my gosh, Yu-Gi-Oh's so broken. I can turn my Dark Rebellion into an Ophion. Funny ruling for you, if you didn't know. If you chain the Requiem and convert into the Ophion, and you chained onto a Nibiru, the Nibiru will still tribute the whole field, and then the Nibiru will special summon itself. Because the Nibiru was already on the chain, it still is going to be able to tribute everything, and since Ophion's no longer on the field, down comes the Nibiru, and you're just kind of like, oh boy, I can't actually, this is so fun. QCR version's coming in at 16s. Seekers are still pretty cheap. Deuces are dollars. I would, honestly, if you're going to play one of these, I do think the Deusa is one of my favorites, though these dual terminal ones are looking kind of spicy, to say the least. Platinums are also, these are cheap, man. If there's a platinum to want to pick up, it's a lot of Ophion, honestly. But that just, the more you know, to stay in the loop with Ophion. Synchro Overtake. Wow. $26 for these, for the secret rares. I'm shocked, market. I really am. You've got actual people out here. I mean, by the way, there's this $8 copy here, which is funny, but these are $26 a piece. That's absurd. I was actually selling at that $30. $30 was it. $30 was your last big sell through the market, and that's sure, man. We have Ultras coming in at 50 cents, and then you've got the Phantom Revenge rares for, you guessed it, 4 cents. Sure. Herald of Greenlight. My Discord's I blame Robbie for this. I talked about Herald of Orange Light and I talked about Greenlight when we looked at the meta analysis for, Genesis format. This is public data that has been shared everywhere that people had the chance to see. This is nothing too special to, be upset about, but $54. But once again, hello, fairies? They're very, very good right now. When you have interactions that are, coming out here and doing stupid, crazy things with this, no shit, this is gonna happen. All right, I'm not shocked in the least. Thunder Dragon Colossus. We're gonna continue to keep an eye on this because, somebody's gonna continue to look at Blitzclick and they're gonna go, this is the way we do it. I mean, sure, but $27. QCRs are still 20s. Nothing crazy is happening with these cards, Colossus still up there. Platinums still coming in $2. I mean, that's nothing too crazy. You can get the PCRs for $1. Gorgeous cards, by the way. Ultras, yeah. Once again, Colossus is nothing too crazy to look at right now. We've also got the Super Nimble Mega Hamster. First edition copies of this are freaking crazy, man. These are $25 a piece. And, I'm honestly surprised to see that these have kind of held at this price point. Honestly, card is pretty up there, to say the least. And we've also got the Reinforcement of the Army, Legacy of the Duelist, or Legacy of Darkness, first edition here. These are $18 a piece now if you're wanting to collect these. That's freaking nuts, man. And they just continue to uptick. I'm really, really, really surprised about that. Deck Devastation Viruses from FET First Eds. These are $16. Once again, niche rarities that have value, or that have, people wanting to collect these, just continue to, surpass expectations and actually continue to do pretty decently well. And we've also got Blackwing Vayu first editions coming in at 65 big ones. So this is actually kind of cool. I'm really happy to see that these are doing very, very nicely, to say the least. But what do you guys think about everything in today's market? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And you guys have a good rest of your day and stay safe out there, all right? Peace out, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.